We are the children who have grown up in the shadows of the ashes and darkness of our parents, who have taught us the triumph and the resilience of mankind. The echoes of their souls are screaming out to stop the inhumane acts of anti-Semitism and hatred all over the world towards not only the Jewish people, but all of humanity. We grew up every day fully knowing what evil had caused.
Personally, my life growing up as a child of a Holocaust survivor was very, very dark.
Every night. There wasn't a night that she did not scream with nightmares, and my father having to wake her every single night. My sister and I would hear that.
Or that when the war was over, he saw a coat, and it was his son's coat. And he spent his entire life not talking about it to us that much, but he looked for his son all the time, just maybe. So when I was in Israel, because there were children, of course, who were taken to Israel, I thought maybe I'm going to see somebody that looks like my father.
My father told me this, even in the concentration camp. They thought, they can't kill all of us. They're not going to annihilate an entire group of people. These were our neighbors.
I remember hearing someone yell at my mother that Hitler should have killed her, like he killed the other Jews. I was 4 years old.
We did so much to make sure that they were comfortable, that they would never suffer again.
To make sure that I can give them as much pleasure in life, to give them as much nachas, which is happiness.
And it was in Yiddish that my father said, "Gedenk, remember, and vergessen, don't forget."
We know that if we don't stand together to educate others on what happened, the past will soon become our future. The power of learning through the lessons of the Holocaust encourages moral consciousness, which inspires humanity, one by one, to draw the line against evil, enlighten our children, and illuminate their knowledge.
Next Generations is a very unique organization. We're an organization of children of Holocaust survivors and grandchildren of Holocaust survivors.
And there are people that are not children of or grandchildren that have taken on.
We have the Holocaust in our DNA, in every sinew of our body.
So for me, it really became an opportunity to have a family that I never had.
That my parents always said, if you were educated, it couldn't be taken away from you.
Next Generations, their entire focus is education and helping Holocaust survivors.
So if we can reach a child or somebody sitting at a library event and they have an aha moment and they spread that moment to their friends and families, synagogues, churches.
As the world today, I can honestly say it's more important now than ever to take the lessons of the Holocaust.
We have the Oral Testimony Project. We have a multimedia unit called Life After the Holocaust. There's 2 videos.
Going into schools, which is something we do, and talking to young people.
And speak of the evil that was and stop the evil that person to person, the bullying.
They're being used for educational programs, reaching universities, educators, and libraries. And our most recent one, Life After the Holocaust, actually has won an award, the Tully Award. and we are so proud that it is now in the Holocaust Museum in Washington.
And how do you make it not happen again? By educating. And as Jewish people, we must educate our children and grandchildren as to what took place.
And our newest project, the Gen Z Project.
My name is Eric Donner. I am the founder of Gen Z Project. I am on the board of directors of Next Generations. It's a very, very important organization. Gen Z is part of that. We are the youth education arm. And you're going to learn things, you're going to hear things that are going to invoke certain feelings, and that's okay.
Gen Z is the beginning of an international movement of students to raise awareness not only of the Holocaust, but world genocide and bullying. Students have been meeting with survivors, they hear their stories, and they create story expressions using art, using theater, using music, and using technology.
There is a myth that Holocaust survivors all have money.
There are many Holocaust survivors who are living way below the poverty level.
Now they're living in small apartments without electricity. It's unconscionable.
We decided to honor Nancy, our founder and president. Came up with a suggestion that we should name a grant in honor of Nancy Dershaw. So the Nancy Dershaw Grant for Holocaust Survivors in Need was born.
So we are now in our 4th year of raising funds. We have a campaign going on right now.
And the grant is to help survivors in need that really are poverty-stricken.
We work with 2 Jewish Family Services in Palm Beach County.
We are probably one of the only charities anywhere that will donate 100% of every dollar. And as treasurer, I'm proud to say that it really is so.
If we don't do it, who's going to take care of them?
Through Next Generations, I began to realize that there was light after the darkness.
Our children are the living messengers we will send to a time we cannot see. We need your support to continue to educate our next generations, remember the past, and transform our future. If not us, who?